Are you guys fucking around with your voices? Because
Yes.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, please don't do that. God damn it! Like this is the sticks and paper clips and gum that is holding this setup together is. I can't take this. I cannot take it. I need a drink of water.
Listen, you made the choice to move.
Hello! So I'm Joe.
I am Eric.
And I am Ike.
And you're listening to Just Cool Enough, and I don't know if he's decided he's just going to go that way the whole show, or if he's just left it on purpose.
See, and I don't even know if you're talking about me or Ike, because my voice setup has been so weird. And now Ike's over here role-playing me from 3 weeks ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're doing a big bit where we were
talking to each other like this, and we were going, and if you ever bring up that my microphone doesn't work, I'm going to think you're lying, because I inherently never trust you with anything.
So this is the problem. Like, we have sown distrust amongst the crew.
No. I believe everything Eric says.
If I tell Ike that his mic's not working, he's like, oh, okay, I'll fix it. You know, he never goes, fuck you, you liar. You're not my real friends. This is why we're not friends.
My healthy distrust of you is a symptom of our relationship.
And you know what? I trust Eric that he wouldn't lie to me. And if the day came that he actually found out that I was in fact being lied to, he knows that I would really be hurt by that, and so he wouldn't do it to me.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of hurting things, man, I've hurt myself. I've had so many bottles of champagne and just like wine sent to me because of all the success that I've inherited now that I'm a European citizen. I'm just kidding. I still live in the U.S. and it has been crazy. It has been absolutely crazy, like packing up everything into 6 bags. And
whoa. Last time you said it was 3 bags. Now you're saying it's 6. I still see a lot of furniture behind you. I'm beginning to think that you're just trying to let us down easily so that you can stop doing the show.
I'm actually moving to a different time zone just to mess it up so we can't do the show anymore.
I'm pretty sure at this point you're not even moving. You're just telling us that so that we'll leave you alone.
Yeah, if that is the case, you're the only one that's kept the show going. Both of us tried to quit 3 years ago.
I don't think Ike has ever tried to quit the show. But anyway, inside baseball aside, and I just want to say, right now I'm actually in an Airbnb. We don't live in my place that we used to live at anymore. And we're just in an Airbnb until I can move to Europe. So I think the next time we'll talk.
We, as in Eric and I, wouldn't know that, because I know that people at home can't. We all have our webcams on. Yeah, I've never seen any part of your house other than the garage that
corner
you've been in.
Of the garage.
So you could, in fact, still be in your house, and I wouldn't know it.
Yeah,
but that's okay, because you haven't sown distrust, so I believe you, Joe. I believe that you're at an Airbnb.
So great. Yeah, no, I should have just done that with my job too, because my job doesn't like the fact that I'm moving to Europe, and I probably no longer will have that very much longer. So if anybody is hiring, just follow me on Twitter, send me a direct message. We'll figure it out. But everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. How has your week been, Eric?
It's okay. I've been playing a lot of RimWorld, and it's been going well, but I got a lot of mods that like expand RimWorld and stuff, and there's this new one that I'd never experienced it before. I'm running into all kinds of new things. So there's Psychic Rain now, and it says it could last a season or maybe a full year. And what it does is it's like the video game Death Stranding, where being out in the rain slowly ages you faster. So I'm like, so I had to like roof in everything, and I had to keep everyone inside. And I'm slowly expanding out the areas that people are allowed to go to, but it's been real hard. And I'm like, fuck. And like one of my colonists is like, I'm stir crazy. I'm stuck inside all day. And I'm like, this is too real. I can't do this.
Oh my gosh. Why did you download a simulation mod?
Because that's just what it is. It's been so like I'm having mixed feelings about RimWorld right now. And also there's also a bunch of other stuff. Chile went wild, and so I have to capture Chile, and then there's a whole other thing.
The country?
No, the person.
Wait, what?
She's never been the same.
Explain?
Okay, so the characters in RimWorld are randomly, like, the names are generally randomly generated. One of mine is named Chili. Chili has been a pretty solid colonist despite all of the tragedy she has had. She was one of the first colonists I had to get married. She married a nice man named Webb. They lived happily for a very short time before Webb was killed in a raid. We buried Webb in a nice sarcophagus, and what's nice is it'll like sarcophagus, it's the artwork that's on it is randomly generated by the computer, and the artwork is of Chili and Webb like lovingly staring at each other, and I was like, that is so touching for him. But she's never been the same. She's been a little like crazy since then, like since her husband died, and she's been like doing well, but like just one too many things, and she kind of was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna live like an animal. But she's off on a caravan, so like she's nowhere from everyone, so like it's a whole thing. There's a whole lot of drama going on with Chili. Felicity's doing her best. She's got a bionic leg now, so she's able to keep up, but like it's hard.
Is this all? Are you streaming all of this?
No, this is all just for me.
This is just for you? Like, this is gold. You should just write another novel based on your RimWorld experience.
I mean, that's what every RimWorld experience, because that's what they say. RimWorld, a story generator game. That's what's so great about it. It's that it like Dwarf Fortress. It's all of these like randomly generated things that keep happening, but you yourself build the story in your mind. Like, it doesn't tell you like I'm inferring that Chili, like, obviously Chili's husband died, so she gets like a -20 mood debuff because like husband died.
You do -20. That's what you get when your husband dies. You get -20.
And I can fix that by letting her eat nicer foods and sleep in it and put carpet in her bedroom, and that should help keeping her high off smoke leaf. It's like, but like you infer stories in it, and it's really fun. Like, I had a big raid that like 3 people died, including Webb, and I was like burying all of them. And like Webb had this very touching sarcophagus, like and then there was another my first robot character, and he was great, and I built a sarcophagus for him, and it's like him and Defiant Defense. And then I had this one guy, Cherry, who joined. He hadn't been around for a while. I was like, I don't really know this guy. He just kind of a meh whatever kind of person. I don't care. He died. It was unfortunate. I was like, he could have been good. And then I buried him, and his sarcophagus has nothing to do with him. It's just like a scene of like a bunch of like gazelles grazing. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Nobody knew Cherry all that well. They're like, it sucks he's dead, but like I didn't know him.
He was just this background character.
Yeah, he was just an extra. He was a red shirt. So it's like he's buried in the mausoleum with all the other colonists, but like he's like, people are not super sad when he's
dead. I am so sold on this game. Like I really I only sat down to binge watch WandaVision since the last time I talked to you. Everything else I've been doing has been either work or moving or researching stuff. And so like I want to play a video game really bad. Like I turned on my computer yesterday and I just sat there, and it was like logging into Ogremeyer after I played WoW way too much. I was just like, no, I just can't right now. I just turned it right back off. I'm like, I'm just going to bed. Like that's all I need to do. But yeah, like, this RimWorld thing sounds amazing, and you've been playing it for 3 weeks straight now, right?
I've been playing it I played it a lot before. It is currently my most played game on Steam.
Wow.
I'm at 226 hours.
Dang.
But I've had it for like a year or two.
I think I have that many hours on like Civ 6, but that's probably the only one.
Yeah.
What is your time? What's your most played game?
Well, according to Steam, let me just cross-check.
Cross-check.
Rocket League has 1,498.2 hours, but I think the real prize goes to Team Fortress last time I checked, which comes in at a whopping 1,963 hours.
That's I don't think any of my games are over 250 hours.
Like at first I would have been surprised, but I've known you long enough that I know how you play games. I'm like, you're like my buddy Ricardo. You get one game and then you play that game,
until the end.
That is your game, and that's the one you play. Yeah, Team Fortress is your top one.
Yeah, I love playing with Ike, because every time I play a game with Ike, he's super solid at it. Like, he's like the planner, and he's like has the stuff not min-maxed, but like min-maxed for fun too, because he's done everything in every game.
But
So
the
like,
problem is, and I'm super, and I'm glad you brought up. Like, I played Rocket League this week. I have, according to the game, I've had the game for 6 years, and I finally made the Diamond season rewards for the
wow.
first time. But a lot of my friends that I play with are like high Diamond, and they have been. So usually when I play with them, I drag them down. So I'm like, yeah, I finally did it. It only took me 6 years to accomplish what some of my friends have been able to do in 100 hours.
But yeah, but like I just feel like you game the correct way. I
I would
know that's
say,
very
yeah,
gatekeepy, but
I
like,
Ike is a hardcore casual. Like he's a casual gamer, but he's very hardcore about his casual game.
but I think you play so long that you're solid in every game you play. I've never got logged into a game and Ike's just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna play around.
But I don't feel that way. It's like I play games like, wow. And I guess it goes the same thing with like being an artist. Like, wow, these people are better than me. And it's kind of weird because I'm like, but I have 1,900 hours in this game. There are people that are just rocking my world at 300. Like, what am I doing wrong? But I still have a lot of fun doing it, like you guys were mentioning. So on one hand, I'm like, hey, whatever. Like at the end of the day, really, I'm not trying to make money off of the gaming that I do. But at the same time, like I'm a little disappointed that it took me 1,600 hours to get to Diamond.
But I feel
But I
like
got
you had
there.
My
fun.
guess is
Right.
is though it's not that it took you that long. It's that it took this last stint for you to give it enough to do it. Whereas I think because you do in like chunks and you're like I'm gonna do here, here, here. Like, but if you like dedicate like if it's your goal, you'll hit that.
I think
And it's I can see what you're saying, and I guess that I would tend to agree with that. But sometimes it's like I play with my friend Wolf, who plays competitively for some esports stuff, and he just every time he's always MVP, always MVP. Doesn't matter what we play. And then for a while, like I played Overwatch with him, he's always getting MVP, and like his MMR would be so ludicrously high that I couldn't get MVP if I wanted to. Um, but he might even smurf and get MVP. And I'm like, I don't mind playing with him, but like I never feel like I would get recognized because I'm not on the same level without the same amount of hours. But again, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it's more about having fun, especially if you're a
Yeah.
casual gamer.
It's
I'm not trying
because
to walk
it's
away
because
with
you
money.
don't. It's like being MVP and stuff like that are nice things, but that's not why you do it.
But then I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Like when I play with other people who are like, I can crush this. I'm like, okay, well, clearly, like I'm having a lot of fun, and I appreciate that you're playing with me. But I also feel like I'm dragging you down because I'm not understanding what I need to do to do the things to get it to be right. But I
I
mean,
don't know,
whatever.
but like you're always. I guess I'm the one dragging you down when I'm playing, so like I
So
get where you're
that's
coming
my
from.
that starts to be my approach. Like I felt the same way about art. Like when I went to art school, I was fresh out of high school, having only really taken art for like a year and a half, like seriously, even maybe just a year. And like so everyone there is like I've been drawing since I've been in like seventh grade or whatever. And I couldn't keep up with them, which is kind of why I didn't drop out. But like I didn't go into being an illustrator. A, because I like working with kids, but B, because the people I was seeing I was graduating with at a state school were going to be able to blow me out of the water. But then I realized I don't have to be the best. I just have to be better than the people I play with. Like I can teach art all day because kids like, man, you are great at art. I'm like, really, I'm not, but I'm better than you, and that's all that matters.
That's yeah. There's stuff to learn. It's the Master Roshi theory, right? Like, you know, eventually. Wait, that doesn't work. No, I
So,
went too far.
so Eric gets me into Dead by Daylight. I play the absolute hell out of it, and now I feel like I can compete, if not, show Eric up.
So
He
yeah,
showed
you
me the way.
Goku'd. Yeah, like exactly. So Eric was the Roshi, and now you're the Goku.
The master. The student has become the master.
And I'm the farmer, power level 5.
No, you're definitely Mr. Satan. You're just like I'm so good,
Yes!
and then you get wrecked.
I could
And then
definitely.
you cry, and then the media is like, Mr. Satan defeated Frieza.
I actually I could probably cosplay as him pretty easily. I should. That's a great idea, Eric.
I wanted to know, Eric. By the way, I heard Eric got a package this week.
I
I'm
did.
just curious.
I heard that you got a package this
I
week.
also got one. I was curious what was in your package.
Ooh,
God, I
that's
hope I
funny.
got this
don't-
right.
I don't know because it literally just came while
Well,
we
let's-
were waiting for Joe.
Let's hope that there's I mean, I don't know that he said he was going to send you a Nintendo Classic, but let's
we'll
hope that there is a Nintendo Classic in that box.
Ooh,
Wait,
I wonder,
what are you setting expectations that what
I
what is
I
the
wonder
Making
if it's-
sure, like you're over here already being nervous that you sent the wrong box to him. So I'm just saying, let's hope when he opens
Eric
it.
has a Nintendo Classic in that box, then he has your box. So you better hope
No,
that he doesn't have a
I
Nintendo Classic.
understand that, and that's what I'm getting at. So let's hope that there isn't a Nintendo Classic
I
in
hope
Eric's
there's
box.
I hope there's two. Just for some reason.
No,
Okay.
But you have no controllers because the controllers are in my box.
Yeah, absolutely, and all the cables and stuff like that. It's
Mm.
Oh
just-
my god. The listeners can't see, but I'm blushing right now because I'm nervous. Like I don't even know because
Okay.
let me hold on. Let me tell you before you open this. The day I sent that out, I sent out dozens of packages to people. It was multiple hundreds of dollars worth of shipping. I just hope that you guys got what you're looking for. So all right, let's see. What is it? What is it?
Okay. First up is a sticker of Joe's face.
From the Joe Q Car Show,
From
which
the
I know
Joe
you're a
Q-
huge fan of. I know
Yeah,
you download every
every-
episode.
Listen every week.
Unboxing.
Already my favorite, the second item here, my absolute favorite, an I voted sticker.
That, you can use that to impress your friends.
Yeah. As we were talking about before the show, the Republicans probably will try and stop us from ever voting again because we did it wrong last time. So this is a collector's
That
item.
yeah.
Okay, this one is interesting. A Star Wars Metal Earth 3D model kit, no glue or solder needed, and it's a TIE
There you
fighter.
go.
Okay.
Yes.
I got a BB-8 one
Okay.
last time I opened it.
Now this is the thing I'm really excited for. It is a little rubber thing that goes on my my joystick.
Joystick. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me get the joystick. Let me see if it's the right one.
And now the real important question is that did he get the right handed
I don't know. I think
joystick piece? Because we're looking for a right-handed one, right? You have currently the one that came with the one that you have from Joe is
Can
left-handed.
confirm. Yeah, I got two left-handed ones. This is in fact a right-handed one.
which is
I
good,
was-
but like I don't have a left-handed one,
Yeah.
and I'm a little I'm a little sad by that. Someday when we meet Eric again, maybe at Joe's place, and and I use air quotes when I say Germany or wherever he ends up, basically back in Michigan, we can exchange. We'll exchange it then.
I'm just so happy that you got those things,
Well,
Eric.
I am happy because for some reason I got a plastic bag full of lanyards.
Yes.
Now,
I knew that ended up.
are these lanyards of places that you have also been, like BlizzCon and things like that, or
No, this one is for race club. This one is for soundboard. I don't know what that is. I thought I saw Phoenix Contact in there. Also some keys. A
Oh,
Honda
jeez.
key.
Oh God! I didn't mean to send that.
I hope nobody needs.
you know what's
this
outside?
Honda
We didn't want to
key.
tell you, but that key goes to something. If you look out your
You
window,
just inherited in 1991.
but here's the deal. Actually, that key goes to one of the vehicles outside your building, but we're not going to tell you which one. You got to go out and figure it out.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So now
Oh,
I guess
that
thanks
was
for
supposed to end up in that box.
yeah. So I got a couple of keys to maybe a house or maybe a secret. I got a tiny library card to the Ann Arbor Library, which is nice. Also the Ypsilanti Library. Well, if I ever need to go to a Michigan library,
You're set. If you're in Washtenaw County, you're good.
But you know what the good thing about that is? That you can drop those in any mailbox and they will get mailed back to the address they're hooked to.
No, they
Will
won't. They will not.
I mean, I know that Stop and Shops will. I'm just assuming that they all do that. So maybe Joe could get his key back, or somebody else has won themselves a nice new car.
Ooh,
You know what? No, we're good.
Another racing lanyard. Thank you for all these lanyards.
That looks like it
that
has a
I'm going
badge
to-
attached to it too.
Yeah, this is for Race Planet.
NL. That was in the Netherlands. That was when I
Wanna
went racing
drive?
at
Ooh,
Zandvoort.
ooh.
Yeah, that was great.
Lamborghini VIP, Joe Cariotti. I'm gonna throw that away. Thanks for sending me all this garbage, Joe. I appreciate each and every bit of
Well,
it.
see, it was eco-friendly for me to pack the box with garbage. That because if you pack the box with garbage, then you send the garbage and not like plastic, right? So is
You
that
could
how
have
that
just
works?
not put it in there.
But I was trying to keep all the things safe.
The lanyards won't keep it safe.
No, but that's what he was trying to keep safe. He was trying to keep the lanyard safe. Do you not understand that that was the gift he was giving you? He was using the finger thing to help keep those safe.
Joe Cariotti Lamborghini VIP, that was for you, Eric. You can't throw that away.
Is that what the Honda key goes to? My new Lamborghini?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. Yeah, I'm glad you got
I've
all
also-
those fun things.
I've also gotten a one of these grippy
geez.
things for the phone so that you can put it on a tripod. So
Oh, man, I sent you all the cool stuff.
did you just like fucking like suffer a head wound and then like just go, oh, I'm gonna see if I can, and then wake up one day like did you
last
pass
time
out? Did you take the wrong medications and you woke up and half your household was in boxes and you're like, I guess I'll ship these out?
You know what? By the end, yes, that's exactly what happened. Because I got to the point where it's just like this thing needs to
He
go.
didn't even check the boxes, to be honest. He just sent some of them out with nothing in them.
There's just boxes going all over the world.
Are we still going? Is there still
yeah,
more
yeah.
treasure?
There's
Okay,
still more. There's still more.
I'm riveted. Actually,
There's still more garbage. There's this octopus thing. If you that's got all the different attachments for different USB as well.
I assume maybe one of them actually works.
Well, the thing is that they're supposed to like you link so that you can like if you've got like you got your USB, you got your various smaller USBs, you got your Lightning, and you've got your 36 pin.
Yeah, your old school.
That's for your iPod, your
From
original
1988.
I'll have you know that my buddy
an
Randy,
old iPad that I haven't touched in 3 years.
Yeah, you can turn it on.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Assuming that the octopus thing actually works, because I've seen
it does. It's great.
Okay, because I've seen some of those like, hey, I picked this up at a business conference, and you're lucky if like 2 of them actually work.
Oh, thank you, Joe. This is the best thing I've ever been given. I know. Thank you for these Delta Airlines like sleep masks and earplugs.
There you go. I figured because there's a lot of construction.
You can leave these on the fucking plane. You don't have to take them.
I just, I know you got a lot of construction happening by you, and I wanted to make sure that you can block out the light and close your ears up.
Did you little light that he has that still comes?
Did you honestly like? Is this the drawer from when I worked at Hulu? Because it seems like you just sent me all this like the miscellaneous cords and shit from my I don't know, maybe I'll need these one day drawer at when I worked in IT, because I've got the HDMI extender that turns. I've got another USB to USB micro, USB to USB micro, a couple of chargers. I've got this. This is actually I might actually use this.
There you go. You're welcome.
This one I might actually use. It's a headphone jack, but it's on a spool, so it extends out, so you can like.
Well, you broke it. It doesn't work anymore.
It immediately broke.
It only works once.
It immediately broke. So never mind. More HDMI. No, this is HDMI to mini HDMI. If I ever wanted that. USB charging bricks. Another tiny USB to micro USB. Some Arctic Silver 5 thermal paste.
Ooh,
that actually.
You're welcome. You build your
and the pièce de résistance. The pièce de 5 zants is the keypad thingamabobber, which is
that is a very, I'll have you know, that is an Orb Weaver Chroma.
Yeah.
And that is like a legit piece of gear.
Yeah, if I don't have a use for it. Thank you for sending it to me. Thank you for sending me this thing that I don't
That right
need.
there is actually a very cherished possession of mine, and I thought you'd be able to like,
You get 6 bags now, and you keep increasing it. I don't know why you gave that away.
It does light up, so it'll match with my currently light up keyboard. So if I just wanted more,
it's a mechanical.
If I just want to be
keyboard.
more yeah, if I just want to be more gamer
It's
that I
just the
ever
kind of
was.
the WASD component or portion of the keyboard.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's WSD, but plus a bunch of programmable keys and a thing.
I didn't know. You know what? I didn't know that all that stuff was in there. To be totally honest, I don't know if that came across, but like, I must have just taken
Did
a,
you
a
let your
thing.
child make these care
I
packages?
wish that that was the case. But actually, what happened was I had boxes and I needed space, and then you got the extra stuff. Did your box ever come in?
But I also want to say before I go over what I got, if you link all of those cables together, you'll have a 30-foot cable that connects to nothing helpful.
I
But
did.
it'll be 30 feet long.
Honestly,
it's a 30-foot long cable. That's what he really sent you. You just
honestly,
sent it in 2-inch pieces.
some of those would have worked out if I were still working in IT, because there would be times when people show up and they'd be like, "Hi, I've got a second gen iPad with a video on it, and it doesn't have Wi-Fi anymore connected to it, but I need to get that video up on the in the video conference. Do you have a cable that does that?" And I would say, "What is wrong with you?" And then my manager would be like, "No, just help them." And I'm like, "How?" I was like,
You got a same day Amazon delivery.
But the nice thing is, you're like, well, here's a 2-inch cord of what you were looking for.
"No."
My buddy Joe got it for me, and I'm very
literally-
grateful.
I literally once had to like I found like all the miscellaneous like dongles, and I tried to set up like some series of dongles. I was like, okay, if I go because it was like an old computer and all they had was VGA out. I'm like, okay, if I go VGA to like how do I get to and I can get to DVI. If I can get DVI to maybe to HDMI, and then I can plug it in, you know.
The MacGyver of wires.
Yeah, that's IT for you.
Well, I'm glad that
I miss
you
it
got
every
your
day.
dongles. Yeah.
I
I'm
did
gonna
get a
throw
box.
all of that away.
Oh my god.
I'm afraid sometimes that it's hard to discern what's in the box being something I should treasure or throw away.
They're all treasures. Everything I put in the box was
Especially
deliberate.
the I voted sticker.
Those are treasures of mine
Well, I mean-
that I sent to you to keep forever.
And when he becomes famous, we'll be able to open up the Joe Q Car Museum and charge people money to see
Infamous. Sorry, when he becomes infamous.
Infamous. Yeah.
the
Slight
postcards that people sent him that he then sent to other people.
Yeah.
I also got a box yesterday, and I knew it was from Joe this time because it was also a Costco box. So I know Joe loves going to Costco. That's what
I did do that. I was just like, you know what? This is a nice little Costco box. It's canonical now that Ike always gets the Costco box from me. So like it's part of our lore. Somebody should put that in our Wikipedia. There
I
you
also
go.
got a Joe sticker. So at least I feel like he meant to send this. And now with him gone, perhaps, and us not doing the show for a while, I can put this someplace.
Yeah.
I'll
and
always
at least
be with
think
you.
about Joe.
Tattoo it to your heart.
It'll probably be on maybe the interior of my trash can or the back of my computer monitor.
As long as you use it, you know, like that's important.
And then I got this other sticker.
It's for QAnon.
Okay. Yeah.
The sticker is of a logo for the Joe Q Car Show. It just has a Q on it.
With what looks to be either a clock, when I know it's not. It's probably more of like a speedometer.
Yeah, it could be whatever you want.
Q.
It's you know once you make it, it's art. So
Could
you
be
know
an
I don't know
A.
if you know this, Ike, but like you know it's up to the people to interpret the art. So I don't know if you taught that in your classes yet.
Probably not.
Or I mean, that's a high art thing. So it's up to the people to look at it.
What concerns me
oh God.
about the next product is that everything that I've gotten from Joe, barring the stickers, unless he's really good at putting them back, have all been used at some point. And so the next item that I got was a sports towel. I have no idea what a sports towel is for. I mean, as Joe put it so succinctly, though, and I'll let you answer this, Joe. What is a sports towel for?
Well, can I guess? I would venture a guess it's because I have one hand towel that is only for when I would go to the gym because you got to
Oh, Jim. Okay, I was really worried about
Yeah,
where
I
you were
was like,
going
where
there
is
for a
this
second.
going?
No, you got to wipe down those machines. It's fucking gross. You don't want to be one of those people that gets like all sweaty on the shit and then walks away from it, leaves your sweat everywhere.
I'm worried that it's been used before. And maybe either if I plan on using it, then I'm going to want to wash it. It does have this nice little hand bracelet thing, I guess.
It's a really good towel. Yeah, I've never used it.
He says that. He says that. But
Just
we all
put it
know
all
that
over
we
your
don't trust
face.
each other.
Put it all over your face and smell it, and let me know if I used it or not. That's the test.
Oh no, that's okay. I wouldn't want to ruin that.
I think the sports towel is there for sporting activities, right? Like that's what you use it for. It's for sports and physical exertion. So there.
I mean, since we did the fitness show half a decade ago, Joe.
Basically, yes.
When was the last time that I gave you the impression that I've done anything that involved physical exertion?
Remotely sport. I don't know. I mean, like I see you always join the Fitbit activities that you get invited to. You
notice I never win them.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm thinking it's like your gaming habits, right? Like it's gonna come around. Like you're just gonna.
I mean, partially the reason, to be honest, is because I have the free premium Fitbit stuff, and you can only get that game through the premium Fitbit stuff. And so I know that my friends who don't have it can still play it. So I pop in and grab all my friends so that other people can play it.
I do like the bingo game.
At no point has it actually encouraged me to try harder.
I really do like the bingo game.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a lot of fun.
Me to that. Yeah.
And this week you absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, thank you.
I will say honestly though, with regards to the sports towel, I was looking, and I don't know if it'll work well, but I was looking for a towel that I could take out disc golfing so that when the disc landed in the dirt or
it's
water,
sports.
I could wipe off the disc.
There you go. You don't have to use that on your body at all. You could use it on plastic pieces, and that's safe.
It does remind me of the golf towel I have that is attached to my golf clubs.
But that's just for golf. This is for all sports.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it reminds me of it. I didn't say it was a golf towel. I'm not saying it's a golf towel. I'm saying it reminds me of a golf towel.
Okay, all right. I just I want to be clear because it says sports towel right on it. That's how you know it's really high quality. It's like when something says
golf's a sport.
It's a premium sports towel. All right. What
now,
else
until recently, when you've been crushing it at the physical exertion on the bingo game?
Yes.
I've never really known you to be a lifter.
That's true.
So
I've never lifted anything in my entire life.
That concerns me even more because these gloves that look like they're lifting gloves are very well used. Very well used. And they're both that way. So they're very dark around the parts that are well worn. I don't know if you might have used them for some kind of masturbatory thing and you just went so fast that heated up the gloves.
Well, you know how when you're getting things going and you just want your most calloused hand touching yourself?
Yes. It's because you can't feel it when it's calloused.
You know what? I don't understand this at all. I'm very sensitive. So I don't know what you're talking about.
And that makes sense because these are the pro gel gloves.
I actually think I have those same gloves.
What do you
and maybe these are your gloves. In fact, maybe
are those
Joe.
My fucking he did come to my house once. Did he steal my gloves?
I stole your gloves. It's been the long.
Them.
Yeah, it's the long game here. You didn't know that I stole them.
That way, this is part of our gift exchange. I can give you your gloves back, and you can give me the left-handed part to the joystick that I have.
There you go. You're welcome.
Now, I will say, I did think to myself, especially after he's been showing off all of these wonderful Lego sets, I was like, man, where are all these? Is Joe taking his Lego sets with him, or his parents keeping it? I noticed you mentioned a couple of things about your parents holding on to some of your stuff. And so I was like, oh man, I should have seen if Joe wanted to pawn off some of those Lego sets, especially that spaceship one. And I was flabbergasted to find, and it made me a little sad that Joe did send me Ferrari Lego set.
I did. I did
That's
send
Now,
that.
it should make you sad because Joe apparently sent me a real car.
yeah, no, I know, but at least I know what mine looks like. That's
You just honestly, that key will work on most 90s Hondas. So you're probably, and especially in LA, like you still get Hondas around. So you're gonna be good for a long time if you just want to drive somebody else's
Because
car.
that's what I really wanted is somebody else's responsibilities.
I didn't mean to give him your keys. I didn't mean Sarah's here. I just
Honda key, and I was like, what?
yeah, I'm sorry. I just like sent a bunch of stuff
Oh,
in a
it's okay. You can have the car.
Okay, there you go. See, you just got a very rare car, Eric.
You just find it.
You just have to find it. That's the thing. Like it's
Well, I'll be doing a tour of the libraries in Ypsilanti and Ann Arbor, so I'll have plenty of time to find that car.
red Honda Del Sol SI. It's I believe it was a 91. It might have been a 94. But either way, it's a rare car. Like, and it's gonna go up in value. If you can find it, it's yours. The other person who bought it might be a little sad, but I think
Because they don't have keys.
the keys
Are
copied, so
extra.
yeah, if you want to drive the car, you got to pay.
nobody
the
said
extra.
they were selling you the keys. They just sold you the car.
Yeah, the keys are an extra $3,000.
The interesting thing about this box of Legos, as I've inspected it, it looks a little crushed.
That's true.
So I'm assuming that you just didn't pack enough trash in there to prevent it from being crushed by the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, I needed one or two more sets
Lanyards.
of car keys.
Yeah,
and
lanyards and car keys. But the other final interesting thing about this piece is like the box doesn't actually look opened, which makes me either think that Joe sealed it back with glue, or what I'm going to do is when I open this,
there's a Nintendo Classic in there.
There's going to be a Nintendo Classic in there, or there aren't going to actually be Legos, and it's going to be rocks.
What do you think is in there, Ike?
Or it's going to turn out to be only half of the car because he mailed somebody else the other half.
Hear me out. More car keys.
Now, yeah, but like I actually legit.
Joe has had a lot of cars. What if he put all his keys in that box?
Did somebody get you this and you never put it together, Joe?
I got in 2019 in Los Angeles. No, wait, what's the other city that starts with A?
Wait, Los Angeles. What's the other city that starts with an
No.
A? That
it's
starts
not,
with
it's
an L.
Vegas, Las Vegas, Los Vegas.
That also does not start with an A.
Yeah, no, the A was the Don't worry about that. I don't spell things very well. L's and A's look the same to me. But yeah, so that was a gift that someone got me that I never was able to use. So please enjoy.
So it's not in fact been opened.
It is not. No, if you keep it sealed, it'll be worth exactly $9.17 20 years from now. So
actually, what I think I might do. Here's my idea. Hear me out, because and then immediately erase it from your memory.
Okay.
I'm going to wait till you find a new place to live. And then I'm going to, for Christmas next year, send this to you. And I'm going to pack it with all of the shit you sent to me just because it is important to make sure that we are environmentally friendly.
I like that idea. I think I'm gonna do a very nicely packaged package, like good wrapping, good everything, ship it over to him, and I'm gonna not only put all his lanyards but all of the lanyards I still have that I didn't throw away that are
because you got to make sure that stuff doesn't shift around in the box. You don't want those keys puncturing something by accident.
The keys are insulation. I
still have one of the keys for my for my Cavalier somewhere. So yeah.
Oh my god, I would be so honored. Like keys are like packing peanuts for me because I've had so many cars. So yeah.
No, the reason why I was lucky enough to get a second box from Joe.
Oh god, please be in
was
there. Please be
because
in there.
he was trying to send me a Nintendo Classic.
Oh my god, please be in there.
And so I got a Nintendo Classic from Joe. It's really nice.
Oh god.
And the great thing is that at least, and I haven't checked this to confirm, but I know that I have some wires in the Classic box, which I presume will work with the Classic that he got me. I just didn't get a controller. No, I'm just kidding. It's right here, Joe. I got the controller too.
How is that even possible? I don't own anything. I don't even know where the controller would have went. I would have swept it up and threw it away. I don't. Maybe I used it for packing. That's great. Okay, you got the controller. You got the Nintendo Classic. Eric, you got something that you're
I
probably
sent
not
you a
going
load
to
of
use.
stickers. I had to use 17 Nintendo Classics for packaging.
But opening the box and seeing the Ferrari Lego set, I think was honestly like the saddest part
Oh,
of opening this, because I know that, as you mentioned in a text message, we're going to see each other about as often as we already do, as you presume at this moment. I don't know with time zones that's going to be the case, but I felt like it was like watching a person give away all their shit before they know that cancer is going to kill them. And so,
I mean,
like, I'm
that
like,
that
okay,
could be
so
happening. I sit a lot and I eat a lot of cheese, so like
I'm
that
like,
could
not
also be
only
happening.
is he giving away his Legos that I didn't ask about, but I'm kind of thrilled about, but it is the F40 in Speedy F40, and I'm like, oh, this is like a fucking prized possession that he's giving away here. I mean, I'm honored, but I'm also like super sad because
Well, don't talk it up that much. Then Eric's gonna be all jealous. Like
I got all those lanyards. Those are his favorite thing. This dude fucking loves lanyards.
you know, I think what I might also do, and I just realized what I was going to do with them. One thing that I did do this week that I didn't share out on the show yet was a friend
We
of
didn't
mine.
even talk about our weeks. Like there was,
Yeah, well, we did. We got Eric's, and
Okay.
and mine was the highlight of and low light of my week was this box.
Oh
Thing
god.
that I got, the Nintendo Classic, and then a pair of really used workout gloves. But one of my friends reached out to me a couple weeks ago and was like, my daughter made this board game with these cats, like cat pieces, and she made them out of paper. Now, the most printing that I've done where I've made, and I use air quotes, something for my printer was the lithophane photos that I've shown you guys before, where you print a photo in 3D using an online website. So she's like, can you make those pieces, those cat pieces, into game board pieces for my daughter and print them? I was like, no, I've just gotten into 3D printing. Like, I could if it were a photograph, but I don't know. I don't think I can do that because then I would have to cut the plastic out, and I just don't have the tools. I'm like, I'm sorry. But last weekend, I picked up a program called Fusion 360. It's free. And I imported her picture of this cat that she drew into 360. And then I made some actual 3D pieces.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's not gonna work. But I realized that as I was doing it, there were parts that didn't work, and so I ended up reprinting them and then painting them.
They look awesome.
And so she had the blueprints for what she wanted the cats to look like. There are 4 of them. I was super stoked that I was able to figure out how to do it in Fusion 360. They're not like amazing, but for the first time doing something, and the fact it's going to be for a little kid's game, like, it wasn't really something I was too worried about. Like,
They look really good from here on your camera. So like, that's nice.
It was interesting taking her drawing and doing that. And then after I made it, her mom showed it to her, and each piece takes 5 hours to print.
Oh my gosh.
So after she saw it, she's like, "Oh, can you make me more?" I was like, "Maybe I should start charging." So
yeah, that's like machine time and wear and tear on your stuff. Like,
but the reason why I bring this up is because I have 4 white cats that don't have bases that weren't well printed. And so those also might go in the packaging and then you can have original piece of Ike Dodge artwork. Because I've actually been making art and selling it. People have been commissioning me to make photo pieces, like digital photo stuff. So you could have an original sculpture. You could have 4 of them, in fact.
How many sculptures have you made? This is a great deal. Can listeners
4.
buy these too?
I mean, there's 3 here. I don't know where the other one went, but you could, in fact, have the first run of these cat sculpture pieces.
Act now and get a free.
No, they're just for you, Joe. Nobody else has to worry about. These are yours. And I'm gonna put them on my desk right here next to BB-8 to remind me.
Did you make the so there's a story behind both of those Star Wars medal things that you got. Those were actually sent to me from a listener maybe 5 years ago, and I've always wanted to build them, but I've never had a forever home to put them in. And I knew if I made them once, they would like be crushed or I'd have to get rid of them. So it was actually really nice of me. Like I was like, okay, you know what? Rather than just throw these away.
It was really nice of me to do that. I'm a pretty good dude.
No, it was
So-
nice. It was nice for me to like send them out. It gave me a warm and fuzzies to be like, all right, at least they're staying in the Just Cool Enough family. Because I really wanted to build them, but if you guys build them, then it's just as good. So get some
Nope.
enjoyment out
Nope.
of those.
Now you've just added another thing to your package, Joe.
No,
I'm
and
going to send
it's
you
so
this Ferrari and
No.
that BB-8 metal thing, but I'm going to wait, and I will send it to you later as a gift so that you can relive them and put them in what will hopefully be your forever home.
maybe, or maybe Europe,
And maybe that will be,
collapses and I
you
have
will
to
know
move back,
you have found your forever home when you feel comfortable enough to build those two things.
when I feel comfortable enough to build a sim racing setup again, then I'll be in a long term home. Oh my gosh. It doesn't have to be emotional stuff. They're just things. They're just things. Don't
Oh
feel
no,
bad.
most of that I agree with. They're just things, and that's
Except for the
nice.
gloves. Those were very prized possessions of mine that I
And
need to be
and
cherished
Sarah's
forever.
In the
Sarah's
lane.
car keys.
Sarah's car. Yeah, like that also was a prized possession of hers. And,
He actually divided up the car, put it in various different packages, and sent that all over the country. So really, the fun part is putting the entire car back together again because you have to find out who all Joe's
you could
friends
do
and
it.
acquaintances are.
I know those early Hondas were really, really good for that. They're basically like Lego sets, so that's great. Um,
But
So anyway-
honestly, for the cherished stuff, I appreciate it, Joe.
okay, you're welcome. And but the thing is, I just really I just I just sent those things out because I thought it was gonna be fun. I didn't realize how much bullshit Eric got and how how like cool the stuff I got. So sorry about that, Eric. Maybe one day when I have excess things, you can get another box of things. So
Yeah. No, it's okay. You know, they have trash cans wherever you are. They also have trash cans.
they don't actually in Europe, in the place I'm moving, they don't.
That's what the ocean's for.
Yeah.
Everything goes right into the ocean. They goes in the canal and they just open the canal. It's right into the ocean.
Just sweeps it away.
Yeah, it's on the border of like Estonia and some other country. Anyway, so
How was your
nothing
week, Joe?
against. You know what? I think we're out of time.
Well, I mean, we started 20 minutes late unless you have a hard out at 5 o'clock.
I don't have a hard out at 5 o'clock.
So
I
then
have
we
the
still
world's
have
my oyster now.
another 20 minutes before we hit that hour mark. You're
Okay, so
fine.
like this is what's going on here. This is what's going on. Let me pull up some of these notes that I took because I've had a really interesting week because I'm in an Airbnb. I no longer live where I used to live last time we did the show, and this Airbnb is really like it's wonderful and weird at the same time. Most of the time, like, have you guys used Airbnb at all
Yes.
for travel?
No.
Is it
Yes.
filled with? It's filled with a lot of artwork, but it's all stuff that is just in the front row of Joanne's Fabrics and Michael's.
no.
I've only ever been in one, and the guy
Or thrift
furnished the
stores.
entire thing using IKEA.
I remember
So-
I was like I was staying with a friend and like there was I wish I remembered what it was, but there was like one of those motivational like signs. It was like made of like a fake found wood, and it was like friends are the ones you make along the way, or like something stupid and and then like it didn't make any sense and it was dumb, and so we just started quoting at each other the entire weekend.
So like that's kind of the
Joe,
experience.
Eric and I are talking right now. You had your chance. It's that chance. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay. But like, so this is like my experience with Airbnbs. It's like curated places with they're curated things and places, and everything's kind of there, and meticulous placement of things, and you get your shampoo bottle and you have just the right amount of spatulas, and sometimes you don't have the right amount of thing. But anyway, okay. So
You wish you had those HDMI cords, but you just
know,
can't
but-
remember where you put them.
Yeah.
this Airbnb that I'm in right now, because we rented a home for half the month, is like I'm living in someone's home. Like it's like their kind of home too.
None of that behind you that the listeners will never see. None of that is yours.
No, none of this is this room that I am. It has like a post. It's not even a poster. It's a blanket of like a tarot.
Yeah, I like
Card.
that tarot card thing. So if you just take that down and send that to me, if you could wrap that in more trash, I will take
But, like,
that too.
The stuff around me, like there's some tripods. There's like camera gear.
Are you sure there aren't cameras and they're not just watching?
I
you
have no
secretly?
idea. If they did, good for them. But like the house is very lived in, and like to the point where it has like the kid. Like when you're growing up and it has like the wall that you measure your kid on, and it's just like 2017, 2018, and so like there's a story in this place that I'm in, and it's it's clean, but it's not like Airbnb, like brand new hotel room clean.
It's an actual Airbnb.
House.
It's actual people. Like we're not using this right now. You not Los Angeles Airbnb. We're gonna buy up all the real estate and pretend that these are.
Yeah, exactly. So this it's blown my mind because every Airbnb that I've been to has been basically like a really nice hotel room
Yeah,
or
they're
suite.
they're just hotels that don't have to pay
Yeah.
taxes.
Exactly. This Airbnb is legit somebody's home, and I feel like every night I sleep here and wake up, I feel like I'm at a sleepover. Actually, the first night I felt like I woke up and I was just like, we had a bunch of yeah, basically yeah. It was kind of like I drank too much and like woke up and I'm like there's like different sheets and different smells and I'm just like. Like where am I? Who am I? Who's next to me? It was just like this really weird feeling that I hadn't had in a long time. And I was like, what is going on? Where are we? But the home, it feels like I'm at like a sleepover at somebody's house, like a buddy's house. And but yeah, it's all their stuff. Like their food is in the cupboard. And the chairs that I'm using are like their chairs. These aren't just like some IKEA specials. Like these are like the chairs they use, and even like the account on the TV for Netflix and Disney Plus, it's like I like turn on the TV to use it. And I feel bad using it because I'm like, well, I want to watch dinosaurs, like, but like they're halfway through the season, and I'm like, well, am I gonna restart where they're at? So it's a really weird.
He's gonna really like up there like suggested watch list. It's like here's CSI and here's like Orange is the New Black and like that's
Right,
like
exactly.
kids fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, I logged into the kids account and went and just found the worst stuff. No, it's such a weird place to be because it's very homey. It's very nice. Like I dig the aesthetic, and but it's not. None of it's mine, and I'm just like pretending to live at somebody else. It's like I'm playing house. It's the weirdest feeling, because there's tons of stuff around me that isn't mine, and like, is this free game? Like, if they have like some cereal, am I allowed to use my milk and their cereal? Because like I'm renting their house, but like a lot of the places come with it said like all the cooking things you need are there. Do I use their olive oil? Do I not use their olive oil? I don't know.
I think condiments are okay. I think the condiments when you're getting into like their food, that's when you're like, I don't know.
Just like, hey, there's these there's like
got some porterhouse steaks here in the freezer. I guess they're ours now.
they'll throw those on the grill. Those are fine.
Those look
But,
like at least $40 filet mignons. Let's do it.
Just go for it. But like, so like, and so, okay, exactly, right? Like, if it's that obvious, you don't touch it because it's somebody else's stuff. But they cleaned out the fridge. It was
No,
mostly
it's free
condiments,
game.
whatever.
They put it there and they're letting you stay there. I'd just be like, what? That vintage wine hasn't been, that wine's like 80 years old. Let's pop it open. They fucking should have left it here.
The people are so nice. They left out the bottles of wine and stuff. So yeah, it's been very weird. I'm living in somebody else's house. It feels like a sleepover, but it's kind of awesome at the same time because it just it's a very interesting place for
That's what
moving
you
them.
should have done with all the stuff. You should have rented this place, moved in all the shit that you didn't want, and then just left. Left all of the shit there too. And then been
Strategy.
like, no, that's a gift from me to you. Like, I'm being eco-friendly. We're not throwing it in the trash. And it's yours now.
Well, you
I
like lanyards?
Fucking lanyard haters.
So like, but the place is funky. It's weird. It's fun. It's great. But it's in a totally different area, and but it feels very homey at the same time. So like, I find myself being like squinting my eyes and just pretending like I live here, kind of a thing, and really. I'm just really enjoying the place. So I have some really cool like styling ideas for eventually when I get a real home again that are coming straight out of this little place we're staying at. But the best thing is what I have on my butt right now. Let me explain that comment.
No, I think
I
you
am.
should leave it right there. Actually,
Yeah, I
that's a
think-
great
I
place. It's a
actually
great
do need-
cliffhanger for when we come back to do
I got
the
a
show
friend
next.
coming over to drop some stuff off, and they'll be here any minute. So maybe we'll just end it there.
All right, you guys ready to start plugging each other?
It
I wasn't
sounds like
lying.
you already have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No,
what's
no,
on your
let
butt
me
right now,
let me
Joe.
tell
You
you. I
got 10
need to tell
seconds.
you. No, let me tell you what this is. This is a massage saddle seat. And again, that sounds very sexual, but
Hey, listen, no, what you and your wife do, we don't kink shame in this show.
there is a swing here. It is I do not want my child to touch it. But like what I'm saying here is this massage like masseuse like swivelly seat that's like a saddle has changed my life. Like my back pain is gone, and I started researching like why this is, and apparently like think about this, for as long as we've been evolving as humans, we never really had chairs with backs. The only people who had chairs with backs were royalty for the longest time until the early like 20th century, like late 1800s. Then everybody started getting chairs with backs because they were easy to produce.
Baby got back.
Right. What? Um so basically my there's like muscles that I never even used because I always had chairs with backs, and this like saddle seat thing is the key to all happy. Like I've been sitting in it for 40 hours a week doing my regular job.
That's some white privilege shit. You're like, we discovered it. White people. It's like, have you ever been to an Asian country? They're all about the stool life. Like they love stools over there. They like everyone's got a stool. They got different kinds of stools for different occasions.
You're absolutely right, but I can't do that because that's like expert level sitting, right? Like, and I am just this fat American. I'm not an expert level sitter. You can't just go.
You too, Joe. You too can be an extra that next level sitter. You can take it up to the extra level.
I believe in you.
With training, hard
I
work,
just
and
think,
determination.
like, I can't sit.
And I have some gloves that you can wear to help get you there.
I need a sports rag.
I can do that too. I'll pack the sports rag around the gloves.
So anyway, yeah, I'm living the Airbnb life right now. Maybe the next time I talk to you, I will be in the Netherlands, and we'll see from there. I know I've been like very sparsely posting things on Twitter and everything. It's just, been busy with the move, but I appreciate your guys' interest. Yeah.
I honestly would, at some point when we're not doing the show, like to know more about that, because I found out from the doctors in the last 2 weeks that all of the pain that I've been experiencing for 7 months has been because I might have a spinal injury and my back's been bothering me. So maybe getting a stool might actually help.
The seat, seriously, like the seat is so good. It is so good. And I was sitting on it this way. No, this is the front. Don't sit on it that way. This is not the way to sit on it. So like, yeah, you can make it weirdly sexual if you sit on it wrong.
It's 2021. I'll sit on my saddle stools any way I want to sit on it.
I was sitting on it wrong for the first like 8 hours I was using it, and Sarah's like, I think you're sitting on that wrong, and I'm like, it's comfortable. and so I switched around. I'm like, this is even more comfortable. I'm like, oh wow. And I was like, you know what, this chair is a very pleasurable chair. So anyway,
that's why they actually picked 6 bags instead of 3, because Joe's going to disassemble that chair and bring it with them.
we just read over the baggage policy and realized that we could bring a lot more bags. So yeah, we're gonna
time to buy some stuff.
I'm gonna, yeah. Just we have so many things to buy.
Some Lego sets, maybe some little like metal Star Wars sets you can put together.
I could throw away
a lot of USB micros and
some lanyards, just just stuff I like.
Maybe a working microphone.
Oh yeah, you know what? This sucks. This sucks. But anyway, it probably sounds fine. So whatever. One more.
Each other. Oh, go ahead. Go for it.
Can I say one more thing? This is actually more of a tangent.
What kind of show do you think this is, Joe? We don't just let people say things.
So, this is on my list of things I want to talk about, and it's children eating.
This sounds like an involved topic at the moment.
Oh, it is an involved topic, but like, I'm asking here, when you guys see a kid eating something, what goes through your mind? Like, is it gross? Are you happy? Are you are any emotions sparked at all? Are you just like,
I don't know if you realize
you're fishing, but you're fishing for something, and
you're
just fishing for it wrong.
You believe, because I haven't seen a child in 17 years.
Actually, that's not true. Every time he looks in the mirror, he just hasn't realized.
Yeah, I'm the only child I know of.
Just like, eat in the mirror and tell me how you feel, Eric.
No, all right.
There are no mirrors.
I need just a tad bit more context, because I know you're fishing for something, and
what I really want is, like, when I was not a father and I watched children eating
that
anything,
does not sound creepy at all.
I know. Okay, this is dad stuff. All right, just let me get to it. So,
Yeah.
like, watching, like, you're at a restaurant and you got like a kid eating a fucking pancake or whatever, and it's just like, ugh, look at them eating. That's disgusting. This child is getting pancake all over the place. They're chomping on an apple or something, and it's just like gross, slobber and whatever. It's gross. But now that I'm a dad, and like, okay, I was watching my kid eat. And I'm like, that's adorable. That's great. And then I saw another kid post about their kid eating on Instagram, and I was like, oh man, look at those kids eat those apples. I'm so happy. Like, that's great. And now I realize, like, when little kids eat food, I'm so happy. And I'm like, oh good, they're like they're getting nutrients and they're feeding themselves. That's so cool. But before, prior to being a dad, I would think it's disgusting. And I'm just wondering if you guys think it's disgusting.
I never associated watching kids at a restaurant eating food as being disgusting. For me, it's my
gross.
experience with other kids eating food near me has been like, I would liken it to being in an elevator with a stranger or using the urinal too close to the other person that's using a urinal. Like, I just choose to look away, ignore the fact that it's going on, and pretend it's not happening.
Because it's gross.
For me, it's not that it's gross. It's just, it reminds me of like watching someone who's drunk trying to do anything, because like they don't know how to hold spoons. You know, they don't know what anything is. They're like little drunk, like, or like super hungover people. They're like, oh, how do I pick up and put in mouth?
I mean, that's basically a toddler's basically like a little drunk person all the time.
But I don't find it disgusting. I just find it not my problem.
I used to be really
Same.
grossed out by it, even if it was not my problem. I just like, ugh, there's getting chocolate all over. Like, why? Look at those noodles on the floor. You're gross. But now I'm just like, oh man, this kid's eating stuff. Like, look at that little independent kid eating. That's so cool. And I talked about this with another. I used to work with this woman at a bar, and I can remember like sitting there and just like looking judgingly at parents with kids, and it's like, they're just ruining these tables. Like, now we're gonna have to clean this up. Oh god, and just like dreading it. But now I just be like, oh man, I'm glad this kid ate really well. So I don't know, weird dad things.
My friend Stringer, his daughter I think is about 2 years old, and they have a dog at their house, and so she knows that when she puts the food on the floor, the dog will eat it. And so that is the habit she's now developed, that it doesn't matter where she is or whose home she's at. She knows that she can push the food on the floor because the dog will eat it. Problem is, restaurants and other people don't have dogs. So she'll just shove the food so they're trying to break her of the habit of just push the food on the floor.
Oh man, I hope that's like maximum like 2.5 to 3 weeks worth of bad habit right there, because that's terrible.
Nope, took 17 years to.
Shock collar is the way to go.
What do you do? I mean, like,
had to bring in one of those reprogrammers that gets like kids who are stuck in cults to break her of it.
Yeah, they hold your eyes open. You have to like watch the videos.
Yeah,
and
keep them awake for 3 days straight.
Oh my god, I'm just so happy I'm on this ergonomic swivel saddle stool. This is just the best.
I was thinking that you're going to be happy that you're doing the show with the two of us, even though we've done.
No, he couldn't
care
less. He doesn't know anything about us. He's going to send us all his fucking lanyards. Can we plug each other?
Finally, yes. Ah, good. Yeah. What are you plugging?
I wanted to ask you guys this weird question about something obscure though first, and get your opinion.
Okay, but if
it.
Kyle shows up, I gotta fucking go. You know,
Wait,
he was honest. Somebody is apparently.
I told you. Someone's coming.
You haven't seen anybody in 17 years or whatever, and now
child.
Kyle is just coming over.
He's dropping stuff off. I don't know what. He's very.
See, but you don't need to see it. He could just leave it at the door.
Eric's just talking to people. I'm living in other people's houses.
You're moving to fucking Europe.
Little do you know, Kyle's actually bringing you a Honda. That's what it is.
A new car.
I'm gonna give him this this sticker of you, and I'm gonna say Joe wanted you to have this.
I do.
What you do is you repackage the empty box with just the airbag thingies in it, and then you offer Kyle a choice. He can either have the mystery box that is sealed up or the mystery key.
This is like
and then either way, he gets absolutely nothing.
You get the
Cool.
Wayne Brady. You get to be the Wayne Brady.
Okay, Kyle's
plug-
here. I'm
plug.
gonna go give him.
Wait, no.
mostly
What are you gonna
Eric on
plug?
Twitter
Just what are you
and-
gonna plug?
Mostly
What are you
Eric
gonna
on Twitter and Twitch.
Okay.
plug? Thanks for coming. Bye.
What are you gonna plug, Joe?
My plug for this week is a. Oh God, this is a terrible week to plug this. It is a financial investment app called Public.com. And it is basically the anti-Robinhood. And I know there was like a lot of this
Can I get my
GameStop.
GameStops? My GameStop.
How many
shares on there?
GameStops have you gotten? Yeah, so like I know there's been this madness going on with the stock market and you know squeezing the shorters and all this stuff. But if you're gonna do that, please don't do it on Robinhood. Robinhood does not have your best interests in mind. This is not financial advice. This is just me as a
Anecdotal.
friend. Yeah, anecdotal stuff. But yeah, like Robinhood does not have your best interest in mind for so many reasons. Do your own research. But one of the main things they do is they sell information about what you're about to do to the companies that have
So then
supercomputers.
Facebook already has a corner on that for me.
No, but this is how malicious they are. They're just like, if you're about to hover over the buy button on something, they send that information out to bigger brokers and they let the bigger brokers buy it at a slightly reduced price. And, they basically scam you out of a few cents. And they do that multiple millions of times on every trade. And
So
they
what I
make a
hear
ton
you
of money.
saying is just keep hovering over the buy buttons on things you have no intent on buying just to hopefully screw up.
Yeah. But there is this wonderful company. And I'll say the leadership of this company is 40% women, which isn't 50%, but damn, that's better than a lot of companies out there, especially in the Silicon Valley space and fintech space. But yeah, public.com, go check it out. If you end up opening an account, I'm gonna put a little link in the thing, and then we both get
There it
free
is.
stocks.
There's the fucking kickback. I was waiting for it.
Dude, it's
If you put in Joe F4010, you'll get 10% off your
seriously, if don't do Robinhood, do Public. It's a way better app, even though it's a little bit like social investing and whatever. It's a way better alternative for your privacy and for everything. But yeah, if you that's what I was saying. Yeah, there's the kickback right there. If you do want to help support my poor child so they can eat more food in front of me, use that link. But just for God's sakes, don't just get off of Robinhood if you can. Ike, what's your plug for this week?
As I've been plugging obscure music that I come across the past couple of weeks, this week I have a plethora of obscure music that I've come across, but I think the most entertaining of the lot is a group called American Murder Song.
What? What is this group's name?
American Murder Song.
Okay.
American Murder Song. If you're listening to it, you'll notice if you have ever listened to the soundtrack or watched Repo Man, a rock opera, the gravedigger in that shows up in here because he helped create this musical group. And so American Murder Song is kind of
that's the group's name.
American Murder Song.
Wow. Okay. What song?
And it's funny because a lot of their songs, and I know that this might come as a bit of a shock, tend to be about murder.
Oh my God.
And so
I am shocked.
they are an American musical act founded in 2016 by cult film composers Terrence Unick and Sarah Heileman. Again, one of the guys who've worked on things like I don't know what's the genetic rock opera, and I think it's Satan. No, there's another one. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of this like alternate universe that they've created where it's the summer that never happened. And so it has kind of a slight narrative to it and has something to do with westward expansion across the United States. Some of their songs are legitimately, it was the Devil's Carnival, by the way. Some of their songs are legitimately about real murderers, like some of the first female, one is about the first female murderer, serial killer here in the United States. So that's kind of cool. But American Murder Song, they are a bit it's like banjos and stuff. It has kind of a southern-ish, bluegrassy feel, but it's not really country. But it's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, this is really cool. So Devil's Carnival is the song you're plugging, but the whole
No,
group,
Devil's Carnival and Rebo Genetic Rock Opera are two of the films that they kind of helped work on.
oh, okay, okay.
If I had to plug a specific song that I've been enjoying from this group,
Mhm.
there is one called Rosalie. It's called Sweet Rosalie, and essentially the story it tells is a guy who falls in love with a crazy lady who ends up murdering him in the end.
There you go. Classic story right there.
Classic guy meets girl, girl meets guy falls in love with girl. She goes insane asylum. Girl breaks out of insane asylum. Guy finds girl. Guy brings her home for dinner. Girl stabs guy in the back with a knife.
See, there you go. That's exactly when I said classic, I figured that was exactly what you meant by that.
Yeah, no,
That's the
that old
classic thing
trope.
you think of.
That old trope.
That old standby. It's just like Hero's Journey. It's just the same thing over and over again. All right, so I'm so happy to have done a show with you, Ike, and I know Eric's not here.
He is
so
here. He's right
Oh
there.
God, no! Oh my God! No.
How did you not see him?
I wasn't. I was taking notes. I
My
didn't know
friend
he came
Kyle
back.
showed up and he got me a really good present. It wasn't a bunch of garbage. It was an etched mug.
Did you give him my sticker?
looks
Did you
like
tell him I said hi?
I gave him the sticker. I told him you were moving to Europe.
The mug, the little guy on the mug looks like one of the guys from the game there. What am I thinking of?
Yeah, it's a meeple.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's for the Board and Barrel, which is the board game show I do with Kyle and Dustin and Eric. And we do it now every Friday. Today's going to be our first Friday show. We're going to do it Friday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on twitch.tv/Kyle McCarley. So come on.
Wow, this is great. That's a plug right there. Now that's something you end the show on. Great job, everybody. Alviderse? Bid you adieu? I don't know. What language am I going to speak? Who knows? I don't even know.
English.
No, I don't even know where I'm going to live past the... Currently, I don't know where I'm going to live past the 25th of this month. So it's all the place for. See you, everybody. Bye. Thanks for listening. Hey Eric, do you put anything at the end of the show? Like I always, when I edit it, would like wait 5 seconds after the silence and just put a little bit there just for end listeners, like that. Listen to the end
No,
club.
why would I do that?